ओके क्लास, आप में से प्लीज मुझे कंफर्म करें, कैन यू हेयर माय वॉइस क्लियरली? आवाज आ रही है आप लोगों को? क्लास प्लीज रिस्पॉन्ड करें। आप में से कोई एक अपना माइक अनम्यूट करके काइंडली मुझे कंफर्म करें आपको आवाज आ रही है?
Yes, ma'am.
ओके ओके, सो आई शैल स्टार्ट विद द लेक्चर। इट्स ऑलमोस्ट द टाइम. So last time we have started with the first chapter of my content for the subject, that is impact of jet. And in the last lecture we have covered 3 cases. ठीक है, इस चैप्टर में बेसिकली हमारा ऑब्जेक्टिव है दैट वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट द फोर्स व्हिच जेट विल इम्पैक्ट ऑन डिफरेंट सर्फेसेस अंडर डिफरेंट कंडीशंस. So we have covered 3 cases last time, and in today's lecture we will cover the next 3 cases. This chapter have almost 10 cases, so if we'll cover 3 today, then we will be left with 4 cases. So those will be covered in your next coming classes. So I have shared this week's lectures PDF and audio recording with you, and also I have shared your assignment number 1. Okay, so that assignment have the numerical problems and few examples for the practice regarding different cases. So I will prefer that you start solving the assignment problems one by one. हर case relevant जो problems हैं आप उनको solve करें, start करना. और फिर उसमें कुछ problems अगर आती हैं आपको, we can discuss them during the class. Okay, so once your chapter is complete, then I will give you time to submit the assignment. So till now the schedule is that I will सबमिट योर असाइनमेंट ड्यूरिंग योर ऑन कैंपस क्लासेस. जब आप लोग यूनिवर्सिटी आएंगे फिर आप लोगों की जो असाइनमेंट्स हैं वो हार्ड फॉर्म में सबमिट होंगी. ठीक है, बट इट इज़ अ टेंटेटिव शेड्यूल. लेट्स सी हाउ इट विल गो एंड अकॉर्डिंगली आई विल इन्फॉर्म यू इफ देयर इज एनी चेंज इन द शेड्यूल. But for the time being, start solving the assignment sheet so that if you have any issue, we can discuss that. And at least 1 week before, I will tell you that you have to submit the assignment. Okay. So we'll start with the next case today, that is case number 4. In this you have to find out the force of the jet on the series of the flat plates or the water wheel. Okay, so what is water wheel? So you can see this figure. It is a machine in which number of the flat plates are mounted only on the outer periphery of the wheel at the equal spacing. Okay, so in this case you are having दिस पर्टिकुलर लेआउट. यू कैन ईजिली विजुअलाइज दिस. आप लोगों ने बहुत सी जगह पे इस तरह का सिंपल वाटर व्हील इंस्टॉल हुआ हुआ देखा होगा. सो इट इज़ अ वेरी सिंपल एंड अ क्रूड मशीन. Now jet of the water will strike on the series of the flat plates and it will apply an impulsive force on the flat plate. Due to that impulsive force, the plate will move forward, and as this plate is mounted on the outer periphery of the wheel, so this wheel will also rotate. It will have a torque in it. Okay, now we will further see how you will find out this force F. Okay, so for that consider a jet of the water striking normally to a moving series of the flat plates as shown in this figure. Over here d is the diameter of the jet, a is the cross sectional area of the jet, that is pi d square by 4. Q is the discharge, that is A into V. M is the mass flow rate, rho Q. Rho is the density of the fluid and V is the velocity of the jet. Now what is U? U is the velocity of the plate or the peripheral velocity of V or the tangential velocity of V. It is basically the velocity with which the water wheel is moving, with which the plates are moving. It is the velocity at the periphery of this wheel. ठीक है, इसकी periphery जहाँ पे plates attached हैं ये उस surface की velocity है. And what is F? This is the force of the series of the plates on the jet, which is exactly equal to the force of the jet on the series of the plates. So this is the value of the F which you have to compute in this discussion. Now, as it is a bit complex case as compared to the initial cases in which you have considered only single plate. So in this case, you are having more than one plates and they are moving. So we have to make few assumptions which will simplify our work for the derivation. The first assumption is that your jet is striking normally to the plate. Okay, so I have shown the same in the figure. Now, result of this assumption will be that if your jet is striking normally to the plate, you will see that jet is deflected only along the y direction. You don't have any component of the velocity at this section 2 along the x-axis. Okay? So your v2x, which is your component of the velocity at section 2 along x, will be 0. You will see that in the next steps when we will do the derivation. Further, you will assume that water wheel is frictionless. It is again a major assumption because actually your surface will have some friction. तो उसमें कुछ frictional losses होंगे, ठीक है? So you are assuming that you don't have those frictional losses. And number 3, this is very important, that mass flow rate leaving the nozzle is equals to the mass flow rate striking to the plate. If you remember your case number 3, in which you were considering a single flat plate which was moving forward, in that case we have discussed that the mass flow rate leaving the nozzle is rho into Q or rho AV. But the mass flow rate with which it is striking to the plate, that has been reduced due to the reduction in the velocity, and that is rho AV minus U. ठीक है, तो उसमें जो आपका कंसर्न फ्लो रेट था, that was the reduced flow rate rho A into V minus U. But in this case, although you are having the plates which are moving, in this case you will assume that the mass flow rate leaving the nozzle is equal to the mass flow rate striking to the plate. It means that you are not considering it to be reduced. It is taken as rho Q or rho AV. It is a very very basic assumption. It is a very major assumption in this case. ठीक है, अब आप इन तीनों assumptions का जो effect है वो आगे derivations पे देखेंगे. How you can assume this last point? उसके लिए आप ये देखें, जब आपने केस नंबर 3 किया इन विच द फ्लो रेट वाज एक्चुअली रिड्यूसिंग, you were considering only one plate. So that one plate was moving forward in the action of the applied force. But in this case, although your plates are moving, but you are having more than one plates. So if this is your section 2, if you fix this section with respect to the position, then if one plate is moving forward, then the second plate will come forward and it will take its place. When second will move forward, the third plate will come and it will take its place. So this is how more or less for maximum duration of the time you will have a plate in front of the jet at that position. So that is how you can consider this assumption to be valid, that your mass flow rate is same, it will not decrease. Okay, so this is your assumption. Okay, so remember that these assumptions will basically affect your steps during the derivation. अभी हम इनको discuss करते हैं further that how it will. First of all, you have to decide that along which direction you will apply the impulse momentum equation to find out the F. So in this case, your F is horizontal. So this F will be computed by applying the impulse momentum equation along the x direction. So that is summation of the forces along x is equal to rate of change of the momentum along the x direction. That is mass flow rate into change in the velocity along the x direction. Now what is a force? That is F. It is acting in the negative direction, so it is minus F. What is mass flow rate? It is rho into Q. So it is coming from the third assumption that mass flow rate will not decrease, it will remain same. It is rho into Q or it is rho AV. Now what is V2x? ये आपकी first assumption से आ रहा है that your jet is striking normally, so you will not have any component of the jet along the x direction at this section 2. So V2x is 0 and V1x is V minus U. ठीक है, so make sure your concerned or governing velocity is the relative velocity because the plates are moving. आपने assumption apply की है mass flow rate पे which is making it constant or same, but actually the prevailing velocity is the relative velocity. ठीक है, so over here V1x is V minus U. So remember, wherever you are having a moving case, the concerned velocity will be the relative velocity. Depending upon the cases, you can have certain assumptions जो कि आपके बाकी कुछ parameters को change कर रही हैं या fix कर रही हैं, so that will depend upon case to case. Okay, so if you simplify the equation, F is rho Q into V minus U. Over here, this Q is not A into V minus U, it is simply A into V. So this is your equation number 1. Now this F is basically the force of the jet over the series of the moving plate. ठीक है, अब आप कंपेयर कर सकते हैं इस फोर्स को अपने केस नंबर 1 और केस नंबर 3 के साथ. इन केस नंबर 3 you are having a single moving flat plate. So you can see that in this case the force is greater as compared to your case number 3. It means that if you increase the number of the flat moving plates, the force of the jet will also increase. Okay. Now, if you also make the comparison of this force with respect to your case number 1, which was for the stationary flat plate, again, this force is not enough to be greater than that case force. ठीक है, अभी भी केस नंबर 1 की जो फोर्स है वो ज़्यादा है. So it means that for the moving case, the force will reduce. It will be more if you are having a stationary plate or a stationary. ठीक है. So this force is more as compared to case number 3 case, but it is still less than your case number 1 force. Now, as it is a moving case, so you will find out the work done and the efficiency. So over here, the work done per second by the water wheel, it is also termed as the power produced by the water wheel. Why you are saying that work done per second is the power? Because of the units. Work done per second is Newton meter per second, which is equivalent to the watts, and watt is the unit of the power. That is why you can say that this work done per second is the equivalent power. Now the formula for the power is F into U. This F is the force which you have just computed, that is rho Q into V minus U, and this U is the velocity of the wheel in this case, or the plates. So this is the work done per second or the power. For the work done per weight, you will divide this power by gamma Q. So this is the equation for the power. This is gamma Q. Simplify the equation, you will get this. Okay. Now this is the output power in terms of the head. ठीक है, ये आपका वर्क डन पर वेट है, ये आउटपुट पावर है जो कि हेड की फॉर्म में आपने लिखी है. Now next is to find out the input power in terms of the head, that is the work done per weight supplied. It is a velocity head, that is v square by 2g. So if you have to find out the efficiency of the water wheel, this w dot w in the subscript refers the water wheel. So the efficiency of the water wheel will be the ratio of the output and input in percentage. So just write down their relations, and when you will simplify the equation, you will get this equation for the efficiency of the water wheel. So you can see you have only two parameters in the equation, that is V and U. Now as it is a practical machine, although it is a very crude or a very basic machine, but you can still find out the conditions. You can still use this basic equation of the efficiency to find out the condition in which you can get the maximum efficiency from this machine. By the efficiency, I mean that आप लोगों ने experiment number 3 कर लिया है lab में, so I hope that you have the basic idea what a turbine do. Turbine converts your hydraulic energy into the mechanical energy. ठीक है, so जितनी efficiently ये conversion आपकी machine कर रही है, it is giving you the maximum efficiency. It is the more efficient machine. और जितनी ये conversion की proportion कम है, accordingly the efficiency also reduces. ठीक है, सो इस केस में भी आप यही कर रहे हैं, आपके जो जेट की वेलोसिटी है दैट इज बेसिकली कन्वर्टिंग इनटू द रोटेशन ऑफ दिस मशीन, दैट इज योर कन्वर्जन ऑफ द हाइड्रोलिक एनर्जी इनटू द मैकेनिकल एनर्जी. So you can find out the efficiency, you can find out the condition in which this efficiency can be maximum. So for that, what you will do, you will differentiate this equation of the efficiency with respect to u, and you will equate it to 0. ये आगे देखें please. You will differentiate the equation of the efficiency with respect to u, and you will equate it to 0. आप इसको differentiate कर रहे हैं with respect to u because if you see in the equation you have only two parameters, those are v and u. Okay, for one flow condition v is constant, and the efficiency will depend how much v is converted into the u value. ठीक है, तो जितना एफिशिएंटली आप इस v को, या जितना मैक्सिमम प्रोपोर्शन जो है इस v का u में कन्वर्ट हो रहा है, मोर एफिशिएंट विल बी योर सिस्टम, and you will equate it to 0 because you want that maximum v is converted into u so that this change becomes 0. So that is why you will equate it to 0 after differentiating it with respect to with respect to u. So when you will differentiate the equation over here, this 2 by v square is constant. The derivative of this vu is v because v is constant. For u square it is 2u. So on simplification you will get the relation as U is V by 2 or U is 0.5 V. Now this is for the ideal water wheel considering the three assumptions. ठीक है, अब ये क्या शो कर रही है? That your efficiency will be maximum when the velocity of the wheel is at least or it is half of the jet velocity. ठीक है, इससे आपको एक ये आइडिया मिल रहा है कि मैक्सिमम जो जेट की वेलोसिटी है आप कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं वेलोसिटी ऑफ द व्हील में, दैट इज ओनली 50%. इससे ज़्यादा कन्वर्जन थ्योरेटिकली भी आप नहीं कर सकते. ठीक है, अब इसको आगे फर्दर देखें. दैट इज फॉर द रियल वाटर व्हील, बट फॉर द दैट वाज फॉर द आइडियल वाटर व्हील. रियल के केस में क्या होगा? यू विल ऑल्सो हैव सम फ्रिक्शनल लॉसेस एंड ऑल द assumptions आर नॉट वैलिड truly when you are dealing with the practical case. So in that case, you can assume that your U will not attain its maximum value. It will remain less than 0.5 V. This is for the real water wheel. Further, what you will do, we have discussed that your eta will become eta maximum when your U is 0.5 V. So you can replace this U with 0.5 V in the equation of efficiency. That will give you the maximum theoretical efficiency. So you can see in the equation of efficiency, wherever I was having U, I have replaced that with 0.5 V. So on simplification, this whole factor will come as 50%. It means that ideally speaking, maximum efficiency of a water wheel can go up to only 50%. And for the real water wheel, the efficiency is always less than 50%. Theoretically on paper, it can be up to 50, but in the real case, it cannot attain that maximum value. It will be less than this maximum value, which is 50%. Okay. Okay, now we'll solve a numerical problem regarding this case. This is problem number 1 from Douglas. So this condition is regarding the water wheel. So over here, the diameter of the wheel is, diameter of the jet is given as 0.3 meter. The velocity of the jet is 7.5 meter per second. The velocity of the wheel is 4.8 meter per second. You have to find out the force, efficiency of the water wheel and work done per second. Okay, so first of all, convert this diameter into area by pi d square by 4. The charge is A into V. And I have directly written the equation for F, that is rho Q into V minus U. But I have said that if you don't remember the equation or if you are confused with any parameter, you can do the derivation during the numerical solution in 2 to 3 steps. Okay, so that will give you a correct equation if you are not sure or if you are not sure about one parameter या equation के बारे में आप confirm नहीं है. Okay, so otherwise, if you remember the equation, you can directly write down that equation and you can put the values and find the answer. Okay. So over here, I have used the equation directly. That is, F is rho Q V minus U. Rho is not given, so you can use the standard value. That is 1000. Discharge V and U. You know these three values. Put the values in the formula and you will get F as 1431 Newton. This is the force which your jet is exerting on this water wheel. Now next, work done per second by the water wheel, that is F into U. You know the F value and U value, multiply them, you are getting this work done per second, which is equivalent to the power produced by the water wheel. Next, convert that power into equivalent head, that is P over gamma Q. So P आपने calculate कर लिया है, gamma is the specific weight of the water, and take the standard value, that is 9810 into discharge. It is 1.32 meters of water. Okay, so please see the units. This is work done per weight by the water wheel. This is the output power developed by the water wheel in terms of the head. So that is why units are meters of water. Next, you have work done supplied, work done per weight supplied. It is the input power in terms of the head. It is V square by 2G. So it is 2.87 meters of water. So you can see that you are supplying 2.87 meters of water of the energy in terms of the head, and you are having only 1.32 as output. So from the ratio, you can get the efficiency, and it is coming to be around 46%. It means that this system is converting 46% of your input energy to the output energy, which is produced at the end. Okay, so this is the efficiency of this water wheel. Okay, now we'll start with your case number 5, that is the force of the jet on a stationary curved plate. You have done your experiment number 3, and I hope you know the basic difference between the Pelton wheel and the turbo turbine. One difference between these two turbines is the shape of the bucket. Okay? In case of the turbo turbine, water is entering from one side and it will leave the bucket from the other side. While in case of the Pelton wheel, the jet is striking normally to the plate. ठीक है, तो you should understand the basic difference of the shapes and the jet direction. आप लोगों ने experiment में कुछ figures पढ़ी होंगी which shows the cross sections of the bucket. So आपका केस नंबर 5 और केस नंबर 6 जो है वो उन्हीं buckets के similar है, ठीक है, but difference is that अभी फ़िलहाल इन cases में ये buckets stationary हैं. So again, if your case is stationary, it is a very simple case. You don't have to consider the relative velocities. You don't have to worry about the mass flow rate. So it is a simpler approach जिसमें आपका case stationary है. सिर्फ difference क्या है? That over here now it is not a flat surface, it is a curved surface. So curved surface से सिर्फ आपने अब velocities के components को take care करना है with their signs. That's it. Remaining procedure is same. In fact, it is simpler as compared to your other moving cases. ठीक है? So over here you are having a stationary curved plate, and this curved plate is similar to the bucket of turbo turbine in shape. Okay, so for this, consider a jet of the water striking on a single stationary curved plate at the inlet tip as shown in the figure. Then water will glide on the internal surface of the plate and will leave from the outlet tip of the vane. Subscript 1 refers the inlet tip and subscript 2 refers the outlet tip. Jet is entering from section 1 and it will leave from section 2. Now over here, again, d is the diameter of the jet, a is the cross-sectional area of the jet, that is pi d square by 4, v is the velocity of the jet, and if you consider them for different sections, v1 will be the velocity of the jet at section 2 and v2 is the velocity of the jet at section 2. Now you can easily visualize that when your jet is sliding on this curved surface, it will experience some frictional losses, and due to those frictional losses the velocity at the outlet tip will reduce. ठीक है, तो ideally अगर आप इसको ignore कर रहे हैं then you can assume that these two velocities are same, but practically you will always have some frictional losses and that will reduce the velocity at the outlet tip as compared to the inlet tip. So as the velocity is a vector quantity, you can see that I have shown vector v1 having more length as compared to vector v2. ठीक है, तो उसके magnitude में कितना reduction आया है, you can show that even by the length of the vector. Okay. Further, Q is the discharge or the volume flow rate, that is A into V, rho is the density of the fluid, M is the mass flow rate, that is rho into Q, Fn is the normal component of the force F. It is the force of the plate on the jet in the normal direction, which is exactly equal to the force of the jet on the plate in the normal direction. Similarly, Ft is the force of the plate on the jet in the tangential direction. It is exactly equal to the force of the jet on the plate in the tangential direction. It means that you are defining Fn and Ft. Your objective or your steps to solve this case is that you will first find out Fn and Ft. Their resultant will give you F and this angle of inclination alpha. ठीक है, तो अगर आपने Fn फाइंड करना है आप कैसे करेंगे? You will apply the equation along the x direction, and for Ft you will apply the impulse momentum equation along the y direction. Further, एक दफ़ा हम फिर देख लेते हैं इनलेट और आउटलेट टिप के पैरामीटर्स. v1 is the velocity of the jet at the inlet tip, and this theta 1, it is termed as vane angle at the inlet tip. It is basically that angle at which your jet will enter in the bucket. ये horizontal axis के साथ इसका angle है. Okay, so theta 1, and similarly for the section 2 you are having v2 and theta 2. Theta 1 and theta 2 are your design parameters. Okay, बाकी जब parameters हैं more or less they are your flow conditions. But theta 1 and theta 2, this is your design parameter. At the stage of the design, you will decide what will be the vane angle. at inlet and outlet tip. Okay, so this is your design parameter. Now we will apply the equation along the x direction to find out Fn. So this is your equation. It is minus Fn rho q v2x minus v1x. So basic steps are same. सिर्फ जो चीज़ आपने देखनी है that is about the signs of the components of v1 and v2 along x and y. So if you see this v2 का जो x component है that will be v2 cos of theta 2 and it will be acting in this direction along the negative x. Similarly, v2y will be v2 sine of theta 2 and it will be acting downward, so it is also negative. Also for v1, your v1x is v1 cos of theta 1, ये positive है, लेकिन इस case में v1y negative है, ठीक है? That is the only care which you have to take in this case. Rest is very simple, as similar to your previous stationary cases. So you can see v2x over here is minus v2 cos of theta 2 and v1x is v1 cos of theta 1. ये positive है, ये negative इस equation का negative आ रहा है, ठीक है? Simplify this. Your Fn is rho q v1 cos of theta 1 plus v2 cos of theta 2. Now this is for the real plate. Why it is for the real plate? Because you are using the actual values of v1 and v2. It means कि आप actually उस plate की जो friction है उसको consider कर रहे हैं. But if you ignore the frictional losses, if you consider the ideal case, in that case, you can assume that your velocity has not reduced and the input velocity is your output velocity. वो बिल्कुल reduce नहीं हुई है during the flow over the curved surface. In that case, you can take it as v. No need to add the subscript then, क्योंकि उसमें कोई change नहीं आ रहा. So it can be further simplified for the ideal case as rho qv cos of theta 1 plus cos of theta 2. So this is the equation for the ideal case. Now if you see this equation, rho qv are your flow conditions and theta 1 and theta 2 are your design parameters, as I have told you earlier. So if you have to decide at the design stage that what are the factors which can make your Fn component of this force maximum, that can be done by controlling this theta 1 and theta 2. Now this equation shows कि अगर आप theta 1 और theta 2 की values इस तरह से select करें that cos of theta 1 and cos of theta 2 is maximum, then this whole force will become maximum. ठीक है? Cos of theta will have the maximum value 1 and that is respective to your angle 0. Cos of 0 is 1 and for other values cos of that theta will be less than 1. So it means that if you put theta 1 and theta 2 as 0 degree, this factor will become 1 plus 1 and finally Fn will be 2 rho qv. Now first of all, this is for the ideal plate because you are using V, not V1 and V2. ठीक है? So ये ideal condition के लिए है. Practically, this factor will be less than 2 because V1 and V2 will not be equal. So ये factor जो है that will be slightly less than 2. Now question should be that why you are discussing the case in which you have to increase this Fn. ये आप क्यों discuss कर रहे हैं? आप लोगों ने दोनों टर्बाइन्स का कंपैरिजन किया है एंड आई थिंक यू हैव द बेसिक आइडिया दैट व्हेन योर जेट इज स्ट्राइकिंग नॉर्मली टू द प्लेट और एनी सरफेस, it is exerting its maximum direction in that force. Okay, so that is your best condition to have the plate movement. Please excuse me for a minute. Yes, so that is your best flow condition. आपके जेट की फोर्स जो है, if it strikes normally to a plate, it will make it move. ठीक है, लेकिन अगर कोई फोर्स आपकी टेंजेंशियल एक्ट कर रही है, that is not causing any contribution to the movement of that plate. ठीक है, तो अगर आपने फोर्स के रिजल्ट में किसी सरफेस की मूवमेंट कंट्रोल करनी है तो उसके लिए आपको उसको Fn कंट्रोल करना है. Ft जो कि उस प्लेट के बिल्कुल टेंजेंट है, दैट इज नॉट कॉजिंग एनी हेल्प इन द मूवमेंट ऑफ दैट सरफेस. इस केस में भी Ft is not contributing to the movement of the plate, but Fn is actually controlling the movement. So that is why you will try to make this Fn as maximum as possible. Okay, now what about ft? As ft is not contributing to the movement of the plate, it means that you don't need to increase this force. In fact, आपको इसे reduce करना है. Why? Because this ft is a force which is acting tangent to the surface. ठीक है, ये इस प्लेट के टेंजेंट है, बट इट इज exerting an axial thrust on the other components of the machine. या आपकी मशीन के बाकी components पे axial thrust apply कर रहा है. ठीक है, so it means कि इसका advantage नहीं है आपको. In fact, you will have a disadvantage in a form that it can cause harm to the other components. ये different components के ऊपर unwanted force apply कर रही है. ठीक है, that is why you will try to increase Fn as much as possible, but you will try to reduce this Ft as much as possible. ठीक है, तो आपने डिजाइन में ये माइंड में रखना है कि आपने Fn को इंक्रीज करना है और आपने Ft को डिक्रीज करना है. Now that is the reason हमने कंडीशन डिस्कस की है जिसमें आप Fn को इंक्रीज कर रहे हैं. Now we will do the same derivation for Ft, and we will see the condition in which we can make it as less as possible. So for that, first develop the equation for Ft. So for that, we will apply the impulse momentum equation along the y direction, and all the steps are very easy. Just see the direction of the components. v1y is negative and v2y is also negative. इस केस में आपके दोनों y components जो है वो negative हैं. And finally you will get this equation. It is rho q v1 sin of theta 1 minus v2 sin of theta 2. This is for the real plate. Okay. Ideal के लिए आप कैसे करेंगे? That you are considering that you don't have any loss in the velocity. So in that case, you can take v1 and v2 both equal. So that is your equation for Ft. It is rho qv sin of theta 1 minus sin of theta 2. Now, as I have told you earlier, we are intended to decrease this Ft as much as possible. For that, आप दोबारा से डिजाइन पैरामीटर्स देखें. ठीक है, आप क्या करेंगे? डिजाइन पैरामीटर्स में आपके पास है Okay, so see the design parameters. Theta 1 and theta 2 is your factor which you can control during the design. So if you see this equation, it is sine of theta 1 minus sine of theta 2. It means that if you have to decrease this Ft, उसके लिए आपको थीटा 1 और थीटा 2 की वैल्यू इस तरह से डिसाइड करनी है दैट इट इज इक्वल. ठीक है, फैक्टर है थीटा साइन ऑफ थीटा 1 माइनस साइन ऑफ थीटा 2. तो जस्ट मेक theta values equal. It will be sine of theta 1 minus sine of theta 2. That will make your Ft as 0. So this is what you can do. Okay. So in this paragraph, I have written the same discussion that why you need to increase your Fn and why you have to decrease your Ft. ठीक है. So if you keep both factors in mind, जिसमें आपने Fn को increase करना है और आपने Ft को decrease करना है, you can do that by making your angle theta 1 and theta 2 both as 0. अगर आपने दोनों को 0 पुट किया है, that will make your Fn maximum और इन दोनों को 0 पुट करने से दोनों इक्वल भी हैं, दैट विल डिक्रीज योर एफ टी, इट विल मेक इट 0. So your FT minimum is 0 for the ideal plate. If you know Fn and if you know Ft, you can find out F, that is the resultant of these two. Also, alpha is tangent inverse of Ft over Fn. Okay, so this is regarding the force of the jet on a stationary curved plate, and this bucket is similar to the turbo turbine. Okay, now see this numerical problem. In this problem, you have to find out Fn and Ft, and theta 1 and theta 2 are given to you. Diameter of the jet is 4 centimeter and the velocity of the jet is 50 meter per second. So अगर आपने Fn और Ft find करना है, simply apply the equation along x and along y and put the values in the equation. So what is that? Initially you will find out area, that is pi d square by 4. Discharge is A into V. Fn is rho q V1 cos of theta 1 plus V2 cos of theta 2. Now question is, what is the reduction in V2 as compared to V1? In this case, no idea is given about the frictional losses during the flow on the curved surface. So you can assume the ideal case. You can assume that you don't have any frictional losses and the velocity is same at inlet and outlet. Okay, so V is V1 and it is equals to V2. So this is your final equation for Fn. It is rho qv cos of theta 1 plus cos of theta 2. You will put the values and you will get Fn. It is 5955 newtons. Some of you can get the answer as 5986 newtons. That is due to the rounding of the numbers. So whatever you get, या अगर इससे कुछ डिफरेंट वैल्यू भी आ रही है बट अराउंड दिस देन दैट इज ओके. ठीक है, आप नंबर्स अगर राउंड करके लिख रहे हैं या डायरेक्टली यूज कर रहे हैं फर्दर, उनसे आपके आंसर्स में थोड़ा सा वेरिएशन आ सकता है. सो यू कैन पॉसिबली हैव दीज टू आंसर्स. ओके, okay, next is ft, that is rho qv sin of theta 1 minus sin of theta 2. Just put the values in the equation and this is for ft. So I had the answer as 260 Newton, but some of the students can have the answer as 261 Newton. So both are okay. Whatever you are getting, that is okay. Now if you see in this, the difference between theta 1 and theta 2 is of 5 degree, which is giving you ft as 260 Newton. ठीक है, अगर आप इस डिफरेंस को और कम करते जाएं, ft will further reduce, and if this difference is 0, it means that your theta 1 and theta 2 both are equal. In that case, your ft will reach its minimum value, that is 0. Okay. Okay, now we'll solve one more numerical problem regarding this case. More or less statement is same, that you have to find out f. ठीक है, इसमें आपने f की वैल्यू फाइंड करनी है, which was not required in the previous problem. वहाँ पे आपने सिर्फ fn और ft फाइंड किया है, but over here you have to find out f. And also what is different over here, you are given with the idea about the frictional losses. You have to assume that friction reduces the velocity of the jet by 5%. तो जो रिडक्शन है वेलोसिटी में वो 5% है, तो जो रिमेनिंग होगी सेक्शन 2 पे वेलोसिटी वो कितनी होगी, 95% of this v1 or 0.95 of v1. Okay, so the given velocity is basically your v1, it is 10 meter per second. V2 will be 0.95 times of this v1, it is 9.5 meter per second. So this is the only additional thing in this problem. Remaining solution is same. Apply the equation. अब ये देखें, इस problem में I have applied the equation rather than using the equation directly. So you can also do the same approach if you are not clear about or if you are confused about the equation during the solution of the numericals. Okay. So this is your Fn. I have used the equation in the form of V1 and V2. For ft, this is your equation and this is your answer. So everything is simple. Only thing now which we will discuss, that is this negative sign. In this case, we have the answer of ft which is coming with a negative sign. This negative sign shows that the direction of ft which you have assumed, that is not correct. It is actually opposite to that. So if you see the figure, I have assumed that the direction of ft is upward. So if it is coming negative, it means that this ft is not acting upward, it is acting downward. ठीक है, अगर आप दोनों फोर्सेस को दोबारा से शो करें, this will be your force. This is Fn horizontal, but Ft is acting downward. Now you will find out F. It is 1387.4 newtons. Also find out alpha. If your Ft is negative, then probably your alpha will also be negative. अब ये negative क्या show कर रहा है? It also means that your assumed direction of the angle for F is not correct. It is opposite to what you have assumed. So आपने assume क्या किया था that it is clockwise. Angle alpha क्या है? That it is clockwise measured from this horizontal axis and it will give you the position of this F. ये negative show कर रहा है. It means that you will not measure it clockwise, you will measure it anti-clockwise. Okay, so this is your horizontal axis for Fn. You will measure angle alpha in the anti-clockwise direction and that will give you the position of F. It means that this is the final position of the forces and this is what you have assumed. So this is not correct. Actually, for your case, this is the position of the forces and the resultant. Okay, so this is what negative sign means in your answers. Okay. Okay, now next case, that is case number 6. It is for the force of the jet on a stationary curved plate, but in this case your theta 1 is 0 degree. Okay, and this curved surface is similar to the half bucket of a Pelton wheel. तो आप लोगों ने Pelton wheel भी स्टडी की है. You have also covered the sections of both buckets, so you can easily visualize that your jet is striking normally to the plate in case of the Pelton wheel at the center where you have a splitter. Your jet will split in two parts and it will glide on the surface and it will leave the bucket. So this part where your theta 1 is 0 or jet normally strike कर रहा है, it basically refers that splitter. ठीक है, and I have considered only one half of the bucket, which is in this case a downward compartment. Okay, so this particular curved surface refers to the half bucket of the Pelton wheel. Now everything is same in this case, everything. ठीक है, सिर्फ इक्वेशन बल्कि और सिंप्लीफाइड होंगी इस केस में. दैट इज द फैक्ट दैट इन योर केस थीटा 1 is 0. सो आपकी वही इक्वेशन हैं सारी जो आपकी पिछले केस में है, बट इट विल बिकम मोर सिंप्लीफाइड इफ यू पुट थीटा 1 as 0 in this case. Also, one factor is additional in this case, that is your deflection angle phi. So initially, if your bucket is horizontal, ठीक है, curve surface horizontal है इस end पे at the inlet tip. So as moving towards outlet tip, how much it is deflected, that is shown by this angle phi. So this phi is a deflection angle, which is basically your design parameter again. So if you know this phi, you can also find out this theta 2. So if you see this outlet tip, the phi is from this horizontal axis to this V2. Okay, and this whole horizontal axis is having angle 180. So if you subtract phi from 180, you will get this remaining small angle, that is theta 2. So in mostly in such type of cases, you are not given with theta, you are mostly given with a deflection angle. So अगर आपको deflection angle given है, you can directly find out the value of theta by using the equation vane angle at the outlet tip. Okay, so remaining all the parameters are same, but you have already discussed in your previous case. Please make sure, I have said many times that when you are required to do the derivations in your numerical problems in your assignment or paper mein, you will always draw the figure correctly and always mention and write down all the parameters. Don't directly jump on applying the equation. Okay, हमेशा ये जो parameters, if you see, I have written all the parameters again and again in all the cases, although they are same, but instead of referring them to the previous case, I have written them. Okay, so that you can have a clear idea what you need to write down when you are required to do the derivation. Okay, so all parameters are same, so you are required to remember them and write them down when you have to do the derivation by yourself. Okay, again you have the inlet tip and outlet tip. इसमें भी आप Fn और Ft find करेंगे and their resultant will give you F and alpha. So for Fn, you will apply the equation along the x direction, and this is your final equation. So you can see equation is same till this step. सिर्फ difference क्या है that you have put theta 1 as 0 over here. Okay, so this is Fn. This is for the real plate. For the ideal, it will be rho qv 1 plus cos of theta 2. Practically, this theta 2 can vary from 5 to 15 degrees. This is a design parameter. For ft, you will apply the equation along the y direction, and this is your equation minus rho qv2 sine of theta 2. For the ideal case, it will be minus rho qv sine of theta 2. Okay. Sorry. Again, this negative sign indicates that your assumed direction is not correct. It is opposite to what you have assumed. Okay. So make sure these are relatively very simpler cases जिसमें आपकी जो surface है वो stationary है. आपका जो next lecture है, in those lecture we will cover the cases where you are having a curved surface but that is moving. That is the most complicated case in all the cases which you will cover in this chapter. So I'm hoping that before your next class you will at least go through with all the cases. ठीक है, ताकि आपको basics at least clear हो. Then you will clearly understand what I am telling you in that case. क्योंकि वो आपकी curved surface है और वो moving है. ठीक है, तो आप लोगों ने लैब के अंदर कुछ वेलोसिटी ट्रायंगल्स का कॉन्सेप्ट पढ़ा है. सो वी विल डिस्कस हाउ यू विल ड्रॉ दोज ट्रायंगल्स. Those triangles are basically drawn for your curved surface that which is moving. So that is a relatively complex case as compared to the other cases. So I hope कि आप लोग नेक्स्ट क्लास से पहले थोड़ा सा ये रिव्यू कर लें आप लोगों ने अभी तक क्या कवर किया है, and then you will be able to understand that fully. Okay. Okay, now we will solve a numerical problem regarding this case. This is problem number 15 from Douglas. If you see the statement problem in the book, you can see that this problem has two parts. Part A is the case which we will discuss today. In this case, your bucket is stationary. And part B is the case in which this bucket is moving. Okay. So जो मूविंग वाला केस है, जो पार्ट बी है न्यूमेरिकल का, दैट इज रेलिवेंट टू योर केस विच विल कवर इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास. ओके, तो इसलिए आज की क्लास में मैं सिर्फ आपके साथ इस प्रॉब्लम का पार्ट ए डिस्कस कर रही हूँ और इसका पार्ट बी मैं आपके अगले केस के साथ डिस्कस करूंगी जिसके साथ वो रेलिवेंट है, सो दैट यू कैन हैव द करेक्ट आइडिया ऑफ द एप्लीकेशन ऑफ दैट केस. So in this case, you are given with the diameter of the jet, velocity of the jet. Okay, in this case, phi is given to you, that is 120 degree. Theta 2 is not given, so you can find out its value by 180 minus phi, that is 60 degree. Theta 1 क्या है? That is 0 degree. You have to find out the force. So in this case, the area is pi d square by 4. Discharge is A into V. Okay, so this is the case in which the velocity of the plate is 0. It is not moving. You will apply the equation along the x direction, and this is your equation. Again, in this case, you are not given about any idea of the velocity reduction. So you take the ideal case that V1 and V2 are same. Fn is then rho QV 1 plus cos of theta 2, and Fn is coming to be 2920 newtons. Okay. For Ft, you will apply the equation along the y direction. Ft is minus rho QV 2 sine of theta 2. Take the ideal case, it is minus rho QV sine of theta 2. It is minus 1686 newtons. Find out F and find out alpha. So these are your required results in this case. Okay, now this is all for today's lecture. Now if you have any questions, you can ask me one by one, and then I will mark your attendance, and then the people are free. ठीक है, तो कोई questions हैं आपके तो हम discuss कर लेते हैं अभी. So you can ask me if you have any questions one by one.
मैम ये हम एफिशिएंसी जो है 50% से ज़्यादा क्यों नहीं हो सकती मैक्सिमम
आप
एफिशिएंसी?
देखिए, this is your water wheel. Water wheel, it means कि आपका जो इंस्ट्रूमेंट है या आपकी जो मशीन है, इट इज़ अ वेरी क्रूड मशीन. ठीक है, ये बहुत ही आपने देखा होगा जो लोकल आपके पास ट्यूबवेल पे या इंस्टॉल होती है. इट मीन्स कि इस मशीन की वर्किंग एफिशिएंसी या कंस्ट्रक्टिंग एफिशिएंसी जो है वो इतनी ही है. ठीक है, तो इट मीन्स कि अगर आपको एफिशिएंसी इंक्रीज करनी है, देन यू हैव टू मूव टुवर्ड्स इम्प्रूविंग द सिस्टम ऑफ दैट मशीन. तो ये एक बहुत ही क्रूड मशीन है, एक बहुत ही सिंपल सी मशीन है. तो ऑब्वियसली यू कैन नॉट कंपेयर इट्स एफिशिएंसी विद द वन जिसको प्रॉपर्ली डिजाइन कर रहे हैं. ओके, ओके, एनीवन एल्स? चलो, ओके, गिव मी 2 मिनट्स, मैं आपकी अटेंडेंस ओपन कर लूँ एंड देन आई विल मार्क योर अटेंडेंस. हाँ जी, कोई क्वेश्चन है किसी का?
मैम ये ना डगलस की बुक तो सेंड कर दें.
हाँ जी बेटा, ये मैं आपके साथ, मेरे पास ना सॉफ्ट फॉर्म में मुझे अब श्योर नहीं है, लेकिन हार्ड फॉर्म में ये वाला जो चैप्टर है ना आपका, जिस में से ये मैं प्रॉब्लम्स कवर करवा रही हूँ, आई हैव दैट इन द हार्ड फॉर्म. तो ये मैं इसकी पिक्चर्स लेके स्कैन करके ना PDF आपके साथ शेयर कर लूँगी इस वीक में. ठीक है, तो वो मैं आपके साथ शेयर कर लूँगी फॉर द रेफरेंस.
ओके मैम, थैंक यू.
ओके, प्लीज गिव मी अ मिनट, मैं आपकी अटेंडेंस लिस्ट ओपन कर लूँ, देन आई विल मार्क योर अटेंडेंस. हाँ जी सी यार, आप काइंडली मुझे ज़रा फॉरवर्ड करते हैं दोबारा से लिस्ट अपनी क्लास की। आई डोंट हैव दैट राइट नाउ, और आपने शायद वो जो व्हाट्सएप की हुई है वो भी अवेलेबल नहीं है। ज़रा प्लीज़ फॉरवर्ड करते हैं दोबारा क्लास की लिस्ट। हाँ जी सी यार, प्लीज़ रिस्पॉन्ड। सी यार ऑनलाइन है? बच्चे और किसी को आवाज़ आ रही है?
यस मैम, आवाज़ आ रही है।
हाँ जी, ज़रा
यस
सी
मैम,
यार
आ
अगर,
रही है बात।
हाँ जी सी यार अगर अवेलेबल नहीं है, काइंडली उनको आप ज़रा रब्ता करें, उनसे कहें कि मुझे फॉरवर्ड करते हैं दोबारा। आई डोंट हैव द लिस्ट राइट नाउ, तो अटेंडेंस मैंने आपकी मार्क करनी है। उनको ज़रा कहें कि जस्ट इन अ मिनट फॉरवर्ड कर दे दोबारा प्लीज़ आपकी लिस्ट। हाँ जी चलें, ओके, आई थिंक वी शुड स्टार्ट योर अटेंडेंस। किसी की मिस हो जाए तो वो मुझे फिर बता दे, ही इज़ नॉट रिस्पॉन्डिंग। हाँ जी
ओके मैम।
चलो, ओके, ट्रिपल वन से स्टार्ट हो रहा है ना ये?
यस मैम।
ओके, ट्रिपल वन, 112, 113,
यस मैम।
114, 115,
यस मैम।
116, 117,
117 मैम।
okay, 118,
प्रेजेंट मैम। 118।
okay, 119,
Yes, ma'am. 119.
okay, 120, 121, 122,
एक्सक्यूज मी मैम,
यस मैम।
120
सॉरी क्या?
मैम, वो 120 प्रेजेंट है। वो मेरा नेट का इशू हो गया था अभी।
अच्छा चलें, 121, 122,
यस मैम 122।
123, 124,
यस मैम 124।
125,
Yes, ma'am.
126, 127,
यस मैम, 127।
okay, 128,
यस मैम 128।
128, okay, 129, 130,
मैम
okay, 131,
Present, ma'am. 131.
okay, 132,
प्रेजेंट मैम 132।
okay, 133,
Present, ma'am.
134,
Present, ma'am. 134.
135,
प्रेजेंट मैम 135।
136, 137,
Present, ma'am. 137.
138, 139, 140, 141, 142,
Ma'am, 142 present.
okay, 143,
143 is present, ma'am.
okay, 144,
144 present, ma'am.
okay, 145, 146,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, 147,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, 148, 149, 150,
Yes, ma'am. 150.
okay, 151, 152, 153,
Yes, ma'am. 153.
okay, 154, 155,
Yes, ma'am. 155.
अच्छा 156,
Yes, ma'am. 156.
157, 158,
Yes, ma'am. 158.
okay, 17, Sebel 161,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, 289, 293, 288,
Present, ma'am.
okay, 132,
Ma'am,
so
293.
293, okay, 293, okay, and 17, Sebel 41,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, okay, anyone else जिसका रोल नंबर मैंने मिस किया?
Ma'am, 129.
129, okay, anyone else?
Ma'am, 122.
132, 122,
122.
122, okay,
Ma'am, 136.
136, अच्छा चलें ठीक है, ओके, एनीवन एल्स? चलें ओके क्लास, प्लीज़ ट्राई कि आप लोग अपनी असाइनमेंट शीट जो है उसको सॉल्व करना शुरू करें ताकि जो क्वेश्चन उसमें हैं वी कैन डिस्कस दैम बिफोर हैंड ड्यूरिंग द क्लास। और मैं आपको जो डगलस का आपका रेलिवेंट चैप्टर है आई हैव दैट इन द हार्ड फॉर्म, तो उसकी PDF मैं आपसे शेयर कर लूँगी विद इन दिस वीक, ठीक है? सो दैट विल बी अवेलेबल टू यू फॉर योर रेफरेंस एज वेल। चलें ओके, इफ यू डोंट हैव एनी फर्दर क्वेश्चंस वी कैन एंड दिस मीटिंग।